Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Monday, May 1st, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Disney's Alice in Wonderland Tarot cards. So it's the first day of the month. Do your salt and cinnamon ceremonies. I definitely been drawn to do some ceremonies, so I've been doing those. I did one. It was really cool. And then I want to try the other one. I just want to clean it up the area first before I do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you put, for the way that I see it is like, when it looks good and all that kind of, not even looks good. I just feel like it's done properly. You know what I mean? You don't want to do it where it's just, I don't want to disturb it after I do it. So I'm just going to do that and see how that turns. I've never done it before, so we'll see what happens, right? Biggest thing is, giving it an opportunity. There's a reason why those things come in. So we have the Magician. I feel like getting on a table is like screaming to the world, this celebration. Like, I love it. It's just in a really good, happy place, high on life, I definitely was agitated today. I know some of it has to do with retrograde. I actually have a pinched nerve in my foot where I fell down the stairs and I actually fractured my foot. So it pinches once in a while there. And the biggest thing for me is like, yeah, I put sports tape on it and I was walking on it and then it started pinching even harder. So I was just like, okay, took the sports tape off. It felt a lot better after that. And then I rested for a bit and now, it's feeling good again. It's just, you know what I mean? Like I understand like ice and rest and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? Like, you got to sometimes like walk on it or whatnot, but it's feeling a lot better now. But I definitely was agitated today. You know what I mean? I definitely needed a nap. I did not want to get up, but I was just like, well, I got to do devotion. I got to do posts. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, when you find that drive in your life, you will definitely keep going towards that. I love the fact like this top row, especially with this Magician, is just like, the Six of Pentacles. When you're in a good place in life where you're able to help like bless those around you or put that blessing out in the universe, things have wrapped up now with that 8-week journey and it's just like, by the grace of God. Ugh. But it's just like with the Six of Pentacles, it's just where readings are coming in. It's just like, yeah, I could have napped, but I'm like, let me take this time and get this going. Even one person was like, I'm shocked. They're like, I didn't think I was going to get this. I'm like, that's fine. I said, but that's why I always tell people, you want questions answered or anything like that, just send them to me and then I can sit there and do what I need to do. And then, you know what I mean? We'll go from there, so. As the universe has blessed me, I turn around and I'm like, we're like, as an example, it's like, at the checkouts, they'll ask you if you want to donate to like the kids, what do they do that? The breakfast funds for the kids, because I remember being that kid where we didn't have breakfast sometimes, we didn't have lunch sometimes. So it's just like, to have those programs in place does make a difference. You know what I mean? So I don't feel no way about doing that. It's just like whatever way we can help out. And it's just like, even if you don't have the money to like, do $10 or anything like that, even if you have $2, it's like, it does make a difference. It's like if there's you and 5 other people behind you or 4 other people behind you, you know what I mean? It's like if you all give that, it's like you are making a difference. It's like it does add up at the end of the day. $2 is better than no dollars. You know what I mean? So it's just like don't feel any way, even if it's just 2. Or if you're myself, where it's just like, especially when you're getting into the salads and everything, and you have to go sometimes like once a week to the store, maybe even twice a week, especially when I was like, I cut out like sugar, pasta, breads and everything, and I would sit there and I would mix peanut butter and jelly together, and then I would I would eat celery with it. It's like to get rid of that sugar hankering, but it's just like at the same time in protein with peanut butter, but it's just like to have that fresh kind of produce, you have to go multiple times. If my garden isn't big enough to grow that kind of stuff yet, so hopefully the next place will. We have the Nine of Pentacles, so this rebirth in our life. I definitely feel like, with this top level, it's like things are shifting, Abundance comes in many ways. It's not just financial accolades. Definitely we love those. But it's also, where it's just like we have prayed for things and manifestation after manifestation, prayer after prayer is answered. Especially with, I can attest to that for the past 8 weeks. It's just like, not only did you do this, but you did that. That's why I always say, like, sing Dayenu. It's only supposed to be sung during Passover, but for me, I can sing that every week, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll sing it during the day, and it's just like, not only did you do this, Lord, but you did this. You could have just done this and we would have been happy and satisfied with that, but you turned around and did this as well. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, never miss an opportunity to be thankful to, universe, divine creator, Gaia, Mother Earth, your higher self, whomever you believe in. And it's just like, I sat there and asked for these things and now I'm enjoying them, or like even enjoying them in the fact where it's not even about yourself, where you prayed for others, but it's like you see what it does. You know what I mean? It's like, never underestimate the power of prayer and what it could do. And I feel like the Nine of Pentacles, when we get like a rebirth card or we get Pentacles period, it's like, never negate the fact that it's just answered manifestations. You know what I mean? Hopefully if you're playing for money, that's what comes in for you. You know what I mean? But it's just like, sit there. Some of us have to work just a little bit harder than others for things. It's just the way that it is. Excuse me, we have the Empress. So you are a person that rules with love. You know what I mean? Even though it's the Queen of Hearts, I could definitely resonate with her because I do have a temper, and it's just like things that are setting me off today. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, I know the change and all this stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of poopy because it's just like, now the season's open, fishing and all that good stuff. And it's just like, it kind of puts a hankering on everything. But, it is what it is. I'm sure one way or the other, whatever's supposed to work out is supposed to work out. I feel like this could go one or two ways. I feel like we're coming out of a hermit state where it's just like, you're either coming out into the world where you're being more social. This could be you coming out to the world where you're open to dating, or it's just you, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's like gaining popularity, but I feel like, my apologies, can't stop yawning. I feel like the Knight of Teacups, this Knight of Cups, is either, in my case, it could be my kids, or there's someone coming in here. I love the fact that they're facing each other. You know what I mean? So I feel like in that way where it's just like, you know what I mean? There's this song where it's just like, he protected me against the world. Like, he was my shield against the world. I can't remember who sings it. I know it's a female. It's like, that's the only lyric I can remember, for the love of me. I hate when I do this, but it'll pop into my head like in the weirdest moment. But I feel like one thing I just realized is my one son is air and water, and the other one is water and fire. But the two of them, the combination together, is beautiful because one's emotional and one's, fiery. You know what I mean? And the both of them can help each other in that way, where it's like the best combination of elements. And I do call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which is funny with the lovers at the end there. But it's just like they can sit there and counter that in each other. And they do. They've done it since they were small. Junior's always been very protective of Michael, and Michael's like that now. Like, you know what I mean? Junior has gone through this healing journey, and it's just like Michael's always been like that protection. That's where I get this like Nine of Teacups, where it's just like, I'm going to protect you from the storm. You know what I mean? I told him, you're 12, you don't have to take on that weight. You know what I mean? But he definitely feels that way. But some of you may resonate. Divorce, bereavement, separation, a breakup. Like, there's something that we're ready to have in our life again. And I feel like that's what the Hermit is. I feel like by coming out of this teapot, this, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm ready to see, come out from the protection of the universe, protection of, Yahweh Yeshua. It's like, I'm ready to come out, and see what the world has again. You know what I mean? You definitely go through a hermited state when you go through like a really devastated time in your life. And it's just like, that healing has taken place, but you've grown. And this post that I just did, it's just like, the universe doesn't test us. It's basically showing them that what you say you are is who you are. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes, like, I know it wasn't them, and I could have said no, but it's just like, sometimes people just abuse that, But like with Tweedledee, Tweedledum, I can feel like you're the lovers this perfect match. Gemini is highlighted here, so you maybe this could be like a Gemini match with you. You know what I mean? So they're saying birthdays. Oh, I didn't realize that until now. But you know what I mean? It's just like they kind of look like a heart there, the two of them together. But it's like you're ready for that. You're ready to be with, this next great love affair of your life. You know what I mean? So it's just like whatever you're ready for, but definitely take your time. You know what I mean? You don't have to rush into anything. So we're going to start off with the Magician. Represents someone who's like the Mad Hatter, is spilling over enthusiasm and creativity. You're surrounded by inspiration. You see the world through a unique lens. It's time to put your perspective to good use. Embrace your creativity. There's no telling how far it will take you. So I keep getting this calling, like to sit there and do these certain videos. And I'm just like, yeah, definitely going to, definitely social media can be harsh. But it's just like, you know what I mean? It resonates with you. It works with you. And it's like, why wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's like, why wouldn't you share that with the world? So you have the Six of Hedgehogs. Indicates you're in a place of abundance now. And it's time to share that wealth with those less fortunate. Remember the people who helped you to get you along the way to succeed, and share its rewards with them. And it's just like definitely like with the universe. How do you repay the universe for blessing you with things? It's like by sitting there and blessing in different ways. Like like the Kids Wish Foundation, they do the kids breakfast and lunches meal program. So it's like different things like that you could give in your community that does make a difference, that impacts your community in a very positive way. So with the Nine of Hedgehogs, like the regal Queen of Hearts, and we have her with the Empress, you're enjoying luxury and abundance. You have all the material resources you need to feel comfortable and secure. Relax, pamper yourself, and gather friends for a game of croquet. It's time to enjoy yourself. So I usually take Shabbats. Obviously the past 8 weeks I've been helping out my mom, but it's just like, I sit there and I do my eyebrows, I'll do my nails, you know what I mean? Maybe color my hair. It's like, do fun things for yourself, things that make you feel good, you know what I mean? It's just like, my eyebrows, oh my good gravy. Like today I definitely needed to do them. I waited till I was awake though, because nothing worse than doing your eyebrows when you're half asleep and you're like, what in the good gravy? So the Emperor serves as a reminder to treat others with dignity and compassion. I definitely feel like you should treat yourself with that as well, A lesson that the Queen of Hearts could stand to take to heart. This tarot card carries a strong theme of appreciating beauty and nature. Make time to cultivate a beautiful environment for yourself. Whether by redecorating, spending time outdoors, connected with nature, or planting your very own rose garden. So maybe you have been pulled to start, sitting there and sowing the seeds for the summer. I definitely went out there this afternoon, picked up the outdoor light, put it back in where it belonged, and it's just like, well, it's Shabbat, so I can't clean up the beer cans, but you know what I mean. But they're not mine, neighbors. But it's just like clean that up and start getting ready for the growing season. So going to the Hermit, I feel like coming out of this state where it's like you kind of locked yourself off from the world, and now you're allowing the world, and I feel like at your own pace, to come back in. The Hermit is a clear sign that it's time to take a step back. So they're saying take a step back, but for me, I definitely feel like coming out into the world, but I feel like someone is that protection already or will be your protection. It just depends how this Lover's card is going to turn out. It can be difficult to evaluate situations or relationships with a healthy perspective when you're caught up in the middle of them. Making room for a bit of alone time and introspection will do you a world of good. Definitely, that may resonate for you. It's time to take a step back. Maybe you've been behaving in less than, favorable ways. You know what I mean? Where it's just like you kind of were just, you know what I mean? It's like kind of acting out of ego energy. So it's just like, you got to be careful of that. You know what I mean? You don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I understand where the shadow side comes in, but it's not even shadow side. Like, I don't feel like sexuality should be shadow. I don't feel like it should be shamed. You know what I mean? As long as you're doing it in a healthy manner where no one's getting hurt, fine. But I also get to the point where it's just like, you know what I mean? If you allow yourself to heal, you know, and I'm only speaking from where it's just like, if I would have seen more worth in myself, it's like I wouldn't have dated some of these clowns that I dated. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, I would have done things so differently. But, you know, what can you do? The Knight of Teacups is a charming person with a dramatic flair. Known for his cleverity, he is the first to open the door for you or shield you from the pouring rain with an umbrella. The tarot card advises you to get in touch with your emotional creativity. Pen a love letter, write a song, or redecorate in a way that inspires you. So redecorating is a strong word here. Making an environment of our own. Nesting. You know what I mean? Like we got the 9 of Pentacles there. So it's like nesting in the fact of like preparing your environment for this new bundle of joy, right? So I know with myself, I went to my sister's house. We were both due around the same, not the exact same time, but Michael ended up coming early because my placenta detached with Michael, and it was like you know, I went to her house and I like hung up all the baby clothes and stuff for her. So the pair represents a harmonious union. This tarot card also carries an element of choice. So we always get that with duality. Even best friendships and partnerships take work to maintain. Will you choose to nurture the connections you value the most? Are any adjustments needed in those relationships? Check within yourself and communicate what's on your mind openly. Maybe you're more the giver and they're the taker. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, sometimes it's worth having those conversations and sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? It's just, they're never going to change. So it's just like, you got to change. So maybe don't give them so much. You know what I mean? Because I even said that today. It's like you pick and choose what you remember, you know, and what the narrative, the way you want to remember it. They didn't like that too much, but it's true, you know. So you know what I mean. Like like I said, I don't do for accolades. I don't do for thanks and praises and did it. It's like if the shoe was on the other foot, I would appreciate the help. You know what I mean? It's like mine comes in the spiritual way. Mine doesn't come in the actual physical form. You know what I mean? Yet. You know, is what they're saying. So it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Instead of wasting your time with clowns and dating this one and dating that one, it's like if you wait for the right one, it'll be worth it. You know what I mean? Like I even said, like, you know, please have the next one like a person of faith. So if it takes me years to wait for a person of faith, you know what I mean? Like, you know, someone I connect with, I'd rather wait for that person than, you know, waste my time with, you know what I mean? It's just, when you know your value, you're not going to let anyone, you know what I mean, disturb your peace ever again. It's just, it's like, you know what you want. And if this person doesn't have those values, then it's just like, you know, you're cool and all, but, you know, no thank you. You know, you just learn. It's just like, why am I going to do another failed relationship? You know what I mean? Invest my time and energy into something that's not even going to be fruitful. You know what I mean? If you want to sit there and hit it and quit it, that's fine. But, you know what I mean? Just beware, you're opening yourself up for, you know, emotional damage is what they're saying. You know, just like here, there, and everywhere, you know? And they're saying it's like it's a small world. You never know, like that person you actually like and you're waiting for them to come into your life, you never know who may know these people. I don't know if they're cousins or something, but they somehow are connected. And it's like they kind of dip out because of it. It's like, oh, they slept with you, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? They won't say like, yeah, I had a crush on them or anything like that, but it's just like, well, they won't come around now because, you know, they know each other and like that's coming to pass, that's coming to crossing, you know. So you don't want to miss up. You know what I mean? That opportunity comes, and it's just, that's why I'm like, be cautious of what you're doing here. You know what I mean? You're looking for love in all the wrong places. You know? It's unfortunate, but sometimes that's what we need to get through the day. Just to feel like wanted, I guess is the word. So, just be very careful, like, who you let come into your life and into your energy. And, you know, I feel like that's where they're saying nurture yourself. Sometimes that's nurturing for ourselves. It's just to feel like you're needed or wanted in that way, But watch who you give your heart to. Even though you think, you could sit there and detach, I don't think you can. The universe knows you better than anyone else. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, May 1st, 2023. Don't forget to do your salt and cinnamon ceremonies, whatever resonates with you. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.